everybody. Welcome to the Anarchist Chef. We're here today making another movie. We are going to have some fun with butter. We're going to have fun with butter today. It's going to be great. So Sean and I got to talking about compound butter the other day, and it led us to kind of this, churning butter. How do you churn butter? How do you do it? And I remembered when I was in second grade, and we did a science experiment, and we took the cream and we put it in a Ziploc bag and we shook it up till it turned into butter, which was a little primitive, but it worked, and I remember doing it. So I'm like, hey, let's try making some butter. So butter is the simplest thing in the world. The recipe for butter is basically heavy cream. And when we say heavy cream, it's a manufacturing cream or a heavy whipping cream. It has to be above 30% milk fat. So we want it to be, the levels of cream are half and half cream, whipping cream, heavy whipping cream, and then you get into your clotted creams and your things that you only find in Europe, basically. But what we're working with today is a manufacturing cream, and which is a heavy whipping cream. It's an industrial grade of heavy whipping cream, 40% milk fat. So that is going to be the measurements for a kind of standard table size serving of butter is 500 milliliters of cream, which is about 2 US cups of cream in a Robikou, hit on, and you have butter. Voila, so let's do it. I've got a standard Robikou here, or food processor, and I'm going to take one miso bowl, which as we know is about a cup, and we're going to put it in. I'm going to take one more miso cup. Of the manufacturing cream, the 40% milk fat. And we're going to put it right in there. And we're going to hit on. Now, as that's whipping, it's still cream right now, and then it's going to turn into whipping cream, then it's going to turn into really stiff whipping cream, and then it's going to go to butter. And I'll tell you about salted and unsalted. So I do like to use some salt if I'm using my butter as a spread. So I like to salt it after the butter process. If I'm using it for baking, I put no salt at all. So it's turned into heavy whipping cream right now, and it's about to go to butter. And it starts getting lumpy. You can feel the Robikou moving around. And then it is going to go to butter right now. It takes less than a minute. It's the easiest thing in the world. That's it. So what we've got is butter and buttermilk. There's the butter, there's the buttermilk. We're going to rinse it out in an ice bath just to get it nice and stiff and to get rid of the rest of the buttermilk. We're going to get a rubber spatula and we're going to start working the rest of the buttermilk out. You get all those little pockets of buttermilk out of there and make sure there's no buttermilk. Buttermilk won't hurt you, except that when you leave buttermilk in the butter, it will go rancid quicker. It will spoil quicker. But if you store it in your refrigerator, it won't matter at all. Okay, so we've taken the butter and we've forced all of the buttermilk out of it, and we're going to take it. Cheesecloth works really good, but we're here at Ono Sushi, so we're going to use one of the nice linen table napkins. And we're just going to squeeze the rest of the buttermilk out of there. Get all that liquid out. What we have is a beautiful bit of homemade butter. You don't want to handle it too long because it'll start to melt. You can put this in a container right now and put it in the refrigerator and let it firm up, and you're done. You have the most delicious butter that you could imagine. Fresh cream butter. If you're going to go to the trouble of making yourself a really nice homemade butter with a good cream, you should really find a good source of cream. You should go to one of your natural food markets or even Whole Foods or the farmer's market, and you should find a farmer with happy cows that eat grass, that aren't on, you know, protein supplements and antibiotics and hormones and all of that crap that goes directly into the milk. And find a happy cow and a happy farmer with lightly pasteurized milk. If you do heavily pasteurized milk, it won't work. You won't make butterfat. It won't separate the butterfat. For whatever reason, the chemical compounds change in heavily pasteurized milk. So that's it. That's the process for a natural homemade butter from the Anarchist Chef.